What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have some pretty exciting news to jump in and talk about regarding Destiny 2. We do have some Opulence as well as some Shadowkeep stuff. So firstly, in This Week at Bungie, they give us details about the heroic Menagerie, stuff about the power level, the modifiers, and the rewards, so we'll touch on that. On top of this, Bungie today showed off some pretty cool artwork for some upcoming Shadowkeep weapons, so we get a better idea of the kind of theme and style of them. They clarify some of the stuff about Shadowkeep, pre-orders, and when content is going to be rolling out. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, but without further delay, let's jump straight into it. So initially, today, Bungie have been live on the GuardianCon stream, and of course they're raising money for the event, and there were an absolute ton of donations really quickly when they went live, so really cool stuff, and I'll link the GuardianCon charity streams down below. However, some of their donation goals included showing off some early Shadowkeep weapon previews. So they first show us the Dreambreaker, a new fusion rifle. And Dude says a weapon like this lurks somewhere on the lunar surface, or perhaps points beyond or deep below. It's a pretty cool looking weapon, and of course we've got Eris's theme right there. But on top of this, they show us a new LMG that's going to be coming. And these are legendary weapons. And once again, we've got Eris's kind of runes and stuff, and the bands of leather across the weapon. But also it features the icon, I believe, of the Taikonauts, or Taikonauts, I'm not sure exactly how you say that correctly. But these were the Chinese astronauts that first kind of explored the moon in the Golden Age that we learned about in Destiny 1, so certainly pretty interesting stuff. And obviously those weapons do have the same theme as the weapon that Eris is holding in the initial reveal trailer, although the one Eris does have is quite a bit more ornate. I would guess the two legendaries that they've shown us are going to be part of a new loot pool for the moon or for Shadowkeep content, but obviously it seems unlikely that that would be for the raid, as Bungie generally don't tease that kind of stuff. Of course, we don't know about any of the kind of major new activities for Shadowkeep in any detail. So a pretty cool early tease right there. We'll touch on some more Shadowkeep confirmations and details in a moment, but now Bungie talk about the heroic Menagerie. So the next stop on the roadmap begins on June 25th with the Menagerie heroic mode. And to break down how some of this is going to work, so increased power difficulty starting at 750 and increasing all the way up to 770. So obviously a very high power level activity right there. We did get a look at heroic Menagerie listed in the database and it showed 740, but do bear in mind it starts at 750, and matchmaking is disabled in this mode, so you must form a fire team to enter. There will be weekly curated gameplay modifiers, and these are rotating per boss. So those will roll out week over week, and unlike normal mode, Guardians can hit a failure state, so extinguish no gameplay affecting perks in Eververse, which is pretty cool. And it'll be interesting to see if this transmog or this visual transmog style thing is also going to feature into the rest of the endgame, right? While it is fantastic that we're seeing it for Eververse, I really hope that we do see it in some other places. You know, some dope ornaments for completing a dungeon or whatever would be really cool. But as Bungie said, Eververse gear that dismantles will no longer produce bright dust. And somebody did ask what happens if you don't dismantle stuff before September. And for clarification, Cosmo does say that consequences are that you will only get bright dust from items dismantled before the 17th of September. So it does make sense to absolutely clear out any old Eververse stuff that you can, as they will still be reclaimable from collections and no longer will actually require bright dust to pick them back up again. And I think those are some hugely positive changes for the game. In this week at Bungie, they update the frequently asked questions section for Shadowkeep, and there are some potentially useful details here. So firstly, what is included with Bungie store purchases of physical editions of Destiny 2 Shadowkeep? And it will include a digital code for Shadowkeep Deluxe Edition with the digital Deluxe Edition in-game bonuses, as well as the original Shadowkeep soundtrack. For the Collector's Edition exclusive physical collectible bundle contents delivered on or before 17th of September, the Collector's Edition exclusive in-game emblem code will be printed inside of the physical collection bundle. The Hive Cryptoglyph replica will allow you to follow clues in the Collector's Edition to unlock the Hive Cryptoglyph and its secret contents. So that sounds pretty cool, and there could be some Easter eggs to stuff in the game. It'll also include a Metal Luna mission container, as well as Handbook and Journal, which is a 160-page journal featuring additional story content that is bound with the mysterious charms and talismans of Eris Morn. And then on top of this, there are some additional details in there about cross-save platforms and a bunch of other stuff. So if there are any things you want to know, I'll link that Bungie article down below. Bungie do add to the known issues list for Season of Opulence, so they're looking into an issue where some players do not get truth from the Ascendant chest. And in particular, this is happening if you open the Ascendant chest at the end of the strike before you're on the candy from a baby step, so definitely avoid that. They also list refer a friend linking issues, 690 gear from bounties dropping on alternate characters, Rune bonus 2 on the Chalice of Opulence, which is no longer refunding. Seems to be a bug with that, and Bungie are looking into it. And there are some other known issues listed in that help article, so once again, you can find that linked in the description below. Also in this week at Bungie, they talk about how they're taking part in Pride Month, details about a new Pride pin for sale in the Bungie store, and all of the proceeds will be going directly to the It Gets Better project, which is also something that Bungie are pretty passionate about. But yeah, for today guys, that is going to summarize the video, and it certainly is a very busy time still. Looking forward to that heroic Menagerie next week, and for those more substantial Shadowkeep details to be rolling out. But I will link the GuardianCon stream schedule down below. If you guys want to check out the rest of the lineup, show some support over there, that would be absolutely awesome. I had hoped to make GuardianCon happen this year myself, but it's a bit of a crazy time, and I'm trying to save everything I can to get a house in a few months, so looks like I'm going to have to behave myself for a little bit longer, but regardless, it's definitely very cool to support GuardianCon, and for any of you guys who are heading over, I hope you have an absolutely awesome time. But equally, I appreciate you tuning in. If you've enjoyed the video, a rating really helps me out below. If you're new to the channel and you want everything related to Destiny 2 in one place, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to keep up to date. Otherwise, thank you as always for tuning in, and I will catch you guys very soon.